And it's been the most exciting time. I've been talking to people all over Europe. I've been talking to people all over the world. It's unbelievable. Now, let me talk to those who don't know me. I imagine there are people on the call that have never met me before, and I just need to tell you a few words about me, very few. I've been in this business now for 46 years. That's a long time. That's a whole life. There are so many people in a room when I address them that are not 46 years old. You know, it's unbelievable. I started because I had just got a degree at university, and I decided I wanted to see the world. So now, seeing the world, how do you do that? You know, I was, 19, 20 years old, 21. I came to Italy, and I went to Alitalia. I became a stewardess. So I started flying with Alitalia. And I didn't see the world at all. You know, I always say I never saw the world at all, which was funny because what happened was on my very second flight, I saw the pilot. And the pilot saw me. And then he grounded me. You know, I mean, that was that. I stopped flying. We got married. We had 2 children. And I became a housewife. Well, a housewife is wonderful. It's wonderful to look after the children and to do all the wonderful things at home that you never get paid for. But, you know, when you're young, you start dreaming you're going to do this, you're going to do that. You see yourself doing some incredible things. And then all of a sudden, now you're stuck at home, doing the shopping, doing the cleaning, doing all those things, and getting further and further away from what were your original dreams. Now, my husband was flying. That made it all worse. You know why? Because when he's in Cape Town and in San Francisco and in Australia, he's everywhere. And then he comes home and he tells me, he says, oh, I was talking to this actor, and then I met this singer and this politician and this author, and I was talking to them. And you know what happens? When you talk to people, your mind grows. Well, hell, you know, here I am, I'm at home, I'm talking to my mother-in-law every other day, and my mind didn't grow quite as much as his. So the desire to go and do something was getting bigger and bigger. And then one day, the kids went to kindergarten. Now, you know what that means? That means they go to kindergarten. I've got half a day, and in that half a day, I'm going to find a job. I don't care how much money I make, just a little bit of money, because the idea was I will make just enough money to buy my husband a Christmas present without having to steal the money from the shopping. You know, that's important. Not having nothing at all of yours, having to ask forever, you know, for what you need. It's not easy. Anyway, I started looking for a job. I didn't find one that I liked. I didn't find one that paid any money at all. Half a day, no experience, blah, 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 whatever. And then another miracle. My husband is on a flight, and the pilot says, Captain, my wife and I together, we've started a new business. We work in our spare time. It's fun. It's great fun. And you can make a lot of money. Why don't you come and listen? So we went to this meeting, and we heard the explanation. My husband was very negative. He didn't want to be involved in anything like this. So I listened very, very carefully. Now, you got to understand, we're doing this 46 years ago, and there's no video, there's no PowerPoint, there's no Facebook, there's no WhatsApp, there's no Zoom, there's nothing, right? There's a board, a big board. And this little man, very short man with a mustache like Salvador Dali, he gets in front and he starts writing on the board, and it's percentages, and you do this and you create that, and you got 12 of these, 3 of those and blah, 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 boom, and then you can make X. Oh, I'm sitting there looking at all this, and I'm not understanding one single word he says. Not anything, you know? I mean, what do I have to do? How do I get the 12, the 3, the this, the other? I mean, where do I start? I don't even know the products. I never even saw the products. Now, this is very, very unbelievable. I turn around to my guest, to my sponsor, and I hear my voice saying, Claudio, you know, I haven't really understood anything, but I think I'd like to try. I'd like to start this business. But will you help me? And he says, oh, Anna Maria, I will help you. I will teach you. I will tell you everything I know. And then he says, but now you got to consider, I've only been in this business 1 week. Now, you know what that means? 1 week. He didn't know anything. I didn't understand anything. My husband didn't want to know anything. I mean, what a way to start, right? So here we go. I register, I take some product, I start moving, and for a whole month, I get nothing done. Nothing. And then I decide I'm no good for this business. I can't do this business. What, you know, I mean, what a waste of time. So I go to the meeting and there's a president. By the way, the president was South African. Shapiro, his name was. He was South African. And I went to him and I said, Mr. President, I want to hand in my resignation. I want to resign. And he says, come on, he says. Such a wonderful couple. I really liked you and your husband. I mean, why would you want to resign? And I say, well, I talked to a lot of people. They all said no. I haven't sold any product whatsoever. I'm not good at it. I don't know what to do. I'm just wasting my time. I'm wasting yours. I want to go. And he says, well, who did you invite? Did you invite your friends? I was shocked. My friends? You gotta be kidding me. My friends are pilots like my husband, and one is a dentist, and one is a teacher, and one is a doctor, and another one is an architect. I mean, these people are professionals. These people don't want to be in a business like this. They're not interested. And so my South African president looks at me very close, and he says, okay, you have a lot of intelligent friends. He says, you started. You're going to be the only idiot in the whole group. Now, you know, to be called an idiot is not nice. I got really angry. I went home. I was really angry. I had smoke coming out of my ears. And my husband said, what happened? And I told him. And then he listened. And then he said, you know what? He's right. You are an idiot. Now, you get told you're an idiot twice. It makes you think about it, right? I got confused. I mean, why am I an idiot? I went to my room. I sat on my bed. I started thinking. Now, why did I start? Why did I start? Was it a product? No, it wasn't the product. I mean, I didn't know the product, never seen the product. Why did I start? Was it the marketing plan? Of course not. I didn't understand the marketing plan. And then it was my sponsor who convinced me. Oh, come off it. My sponsor didn't even know his name. I mean, he didn't know anything. How could he convince me? The promise of the money. You know what? 46 years ago, that amount of money, you had to work 6 months to earn. And they're saying you can do it in your spare time. That's ridiculous. How can you believe something like that? So it wasn't the product. It wasn't the system. It wasn't the money. It wasn't my sponsor. Why did I start? That's a great question. And then while I was sitting there, it sort of hit me like a hammer. It hit me. I started because I, Anna, was looking for an opportunity. Was this the right opportunity? Who knows? Who knows? I've only just met it. I mean, out there must be a million opportunities. Will they work? They might not. But I tell you what, they probably will if you work. And that's the basis, right? I wanted. I was hungry. I wanted to leave a sign. I wanted to show myself that I could work. And I wanted to show my husband, and I wanted to show my mother-in-law and the rest of the world. And you know what? I decided right there and then, sitting on that bed, that I was going to learn. I was going to learn all about the product, and I was going to learn how to explain the marketing plan. And then I was going to learn to express my vision of things. Why was I doing this? What was I looking for? You know what? I discovered that I had to look not for the right age, the right attitude, the right type of people. I was looking for people who could think the way I did, who wanted the things I wanted, who wanted a cleaner world, a healthier person, someone who could build his own business, make some money. I wanted people who thought like me. That's what I wanted. I wanted a team of people who had the beliefs that I believed in. Anyway, let me tell you what happened. Right from the beginning, I was taught 5 things. And I have spent the last 46 years teaching people those 5 things. And you know them by heart, because Andrew and every other team member has sat there day after day teaching you those 5 things and telling you that those 5 things will never, ever change, because they are basics. I remind you, it was getting to know new people every day, because sooner or later, your list of names will end. The capability of projecting yourself towards other people and getting to know them, okay? Getting to know is the breath of our business. You stop getting to know people, you stop breathing, our business will die. If you stop breathing, you will die. So knowing people, not just knowing the product, knowing the system. You got to tell the system to somebody. You got to tell the product to somebody. And you've got to get to know somebody so you could tell them. Knowing is the first basic principle. Inviting is the second one. We teach you how to invite. We teach you how to get that person to come and sit down with you in a bar, in a restaurant, in a hotel, anywhere, their house, your house, whatever. And we teach them to sit down and listen. And then we go to the third step, which is showing. We show them the product. We show them the marketing plan. And most of all, we show them our soul, the soul of the business, the why we are here. You know, you will learn very quickly. People do not buy products. They buy why you sell them. They buy your why. They don't buy Super 10 or LDC because they're better cleaners. They buy why you sell them. So you're showing them the product, you're showing them the marketing plan, and then you're sharing your ideas of a better world. Anyhow, you get them to start, they start, and once they've started, you are going to close them into a level. You're going to tell them what to do to grow within the business. and then you train them. That's the fifth thing. You don't abandon them. You don't tell them to go and do whatever. Claudio abandoned me because he didn't know how to teach me and he didn't feel like learning. I was abandoned, which was the best thing that could happen to me, because I looked around and I decided that I would follow that one. That's the one I liked, the one who was doing the job. I was going to copy him. You must train the people within a short time from their starting. They must not feel abandoned. Now, why am I telling you this? We are living in a very strange moment of our lives. You know, we are living the Third World War. We got stuck in our houses. I'm talking in Italy now and Europe. I'm sure the same thing is happening in Africa. We got stuck in our houses, and people emptied the streets and the museums and the restaurants and you name it, and they're in their homes, and you know, all of a sudden they're feeling depressed. What are we going to do? How are we going to work? How are we going to make any money? What's going to happen now? And then another miracle. The people who really wanted, the people who really understood that they could still do it. We were talking for years about working in our homes, saying our business is great because you can work from your home. All of a sudden, they forced us in the home. And so what did the people do? They started connecting, because it's not 46 years ago. It's now. And now I'm on Zoom and I'm talking to people in Africa. And there are people from England. Hi, Eugene. There are people from Kenya. Hi, Joy. I mean, what the hell? We're all over the place and we're together on this Zoom. So what happened? Let me tell you what happened. What's happening in Europe, in Italy, around the world. The last 3 months have been a total growth. We have done more product sales, more new starters in these last 3 months than we did in the same 3 months last year without going out. Now, all of a sudden, something incredible has happened. We have stopped looking at the business through a keyhole. It's like the window suddenly opened. And you know, after 46 years of working in my back garden, in inviting in my city, in my family, in my group of friends, all of a sudden I can invite in London, I can invite in Madrid, I can invite in Cape Town, I can invite in Johannesburg. The world is at my feet. And that's what people have been doing. They've been talking to each other through these incredible means, through these social opportunities. They've been talking to each other, and sales have gone up, number of distributors have gone up all over the place, all over the place. All of a sudden in Europe, we've got a person who has qualified the first month to diamond. We haven't had a diamond in years. This month, a new international team. We haven't had an international team in such a long time. And people are moving to Sapphire Directors and to the next level. Why? Why did I start talking to you about the 5 basic steps? Why did I say that they never change? Because they never change. What do we have to do now? Through the Zooms and through the social network, we have to get to know new people. And we have to invite them to listen to us. And we have to share with them the product and the system. But most of all, we have to share with them what our vision of the world is, what our vision of this job is. We have to share the possibility of being a housewife in that home with the children and still being able to do this job. When they're asleep, when they're playing in the other room. If you're an entrepreneur, now it's been better than ever. If you're an entrepreneur now, you can build a world business. You can build a European and African and Australian business because there are no limits, there are no barriers. But nothing has changed. You still have to close. You still have to train. Once that person in Madrid who has started the business with you in South Africa, you still have to tell him that, example, every Monday night, there's a Zoom on cycle training. Twice a month, 3 times a month, once a week, there's an experience meeting where they can join in, bring their friends, and do the business with us. You still have to make them feel like they are part of a group. Last thing, and most important of all, training. You need to start training your people to do what we used to call home meetings, because it's fantastic to be on a Zoom like today. I read there are 480 people listening. This is wonderful. This is a bigger image. This is incredible. But let me tell you, if when you finish this Zoom, you do another one, just you and that family you know, or that man you know, or that woman you know, and you're doing a one-to-one over the Zoom, and you're looking at him in the eyes, in the face, and you're asking questions, and he's asking you, and you're giving answers, I'm telling you, your capability of closing becomes 100 times better. So what am I telling you? How do we go from what we used to do before to what we're doing now? And let me tell you another thing. When all this is over, and it will be over, and people will start working again, we will never go back to doing exactly what we used to do before. We don't have to fight to get that guest into a hotel room. We don't have to try to figure out what's the best time to get someone to come. We don't have to quarrel about come to your house, come to my house, and trust me, I'm somebody good, I'm somebody nice. You can invite me into your parlor. Now we can get into his parlor without getting off our chair. Can you imagine? Things will change. The world is going to change in so many different ways. And we have discovered that this business cannot be big, it can be great. This business can be enormous. Your business can be fantastic. So open the window, guys. Settle down. Now, one last thing. I'm an idiot as far as technical things are concerned. But you know what I do? I work with those who know. I'll say to Andrew, send me your link. Makes me feel very good. I can say, I know what a link is. Send me your link and I'll just punch the button and I'm in. Now you've got to learn how to create your link, how to do your one-to-ones, what are you going to show, what image of the marketing plan, what are you going to talk about as far as product is concerned, how are you going to do it? Train yourself, train your people, because that's where the answer is. Let's have a Zoom with 500 people and then let's have 30 Zooms with 30 individuals. That's what's going to happen. So thank you for listening. I love you all. I wish I could see you. I can't embrace you, but when I see you, I'll tap my heart and send you a kiss. Thank you for listening.
Fantastic. Wonderful, Anna. You are amazing, and we love you, and thank you for being with us. We so appreciate it. And I just listened to you, and I just think it's such an interesting time, but it's such an exciting time for us. Yeah, and we know that NeoLife, provides us with the most amazing product. It provides us with the most amazing business system and compensation plan. But NeoLife as a company has had the foresight to put the technology in place so that we as distributors are prepared for a time like this. And those basics, you've been teaching me those 5 basics since I started this business, and they don't change. We just apply them online, but those basics are the same. So team, what we have coming up on Wednesday is we have a NeoLife opportunity meeting with myself and 4Diamond director Rory McDermott on Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. The link will be going out to the groups. But the challenge I have for you is between now and Wednesday. So you've got Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday during the day. I want you to have a look at your names. Who are you? Who do you know? Who do you know that needs what we have? And think of people in the hospitality industry, people in the restaurant business, people in the travel business. There's so many people that are desperate for what we have right now. They need a solution to their challenges, a solution which you possess. And then you're going to invite them. Number 2, you're going to invite them to connect with you online on a Zoom, one-on-one, and you're going to share your product, your opportunity, and your vision with them. And then on Wednesday night, we use that as a bigger picture event where there'll be 500, maybe 600 or 700 people online. They'll listen to a 4Diamond director talking about the business. But the real job is going to happen between now and Wednesday when you connect one-on-one with these people. That is my challenge to you. And then on Friday morning, we have another one of our president's team as our guest speaker, Mike van Deventer. And Mike will be talking to you about mindset and leadership, a very, very exciting session coming up. So guys, I wish you a fantastic week. God bless you all. Go there, make the month end happen, finish strong. And then I pray that the month of May is an exceptional month for every one of you. God bless you all.